Hello and welcome to Travel and Tourism. My name is Mr. Dupuis and I'll be your teacher for the duration of this course. I just want to kind of go over a few expectations as we get started today. Um, just some things if you've never taken an e-learning course, whether it be in the summer or during the regular school year, it is kind of a different feel, so I just want to kind of give you some expectations moving forward. The first thing is it is a 90-day course, so make sure you are setting yourself up for the long haul. Just like any regular course, in a regular course, you're expected to be in class 75 minutes a day for 90 days throughout the school year. My expectations are the same. On those days that you're given PD days and holidays for the regular classroom, the expectation's also the same. You'll be off, so you don't have to be logging on holidays or PD days unless you're trying to get ahead or caught up. But there will be no work assigned on those days. So set yourself up for about 75 minutes a day. If you're at your home school, you can be working in the computer lab, or if you have a laptop, you can be logging on then. If you are going to be working on it at night, it's really up to you when you log on to do your work, but as long as you're setting yourself up to give yourself that 75-minute block to get your work done for that day, you really have that flexibility. That's why you probably took this course to begin with. The way assignments are assigned, or actually let's back that up a little bit. Every day you will see a news item posted, and in those news items I'm going to explain what the expectations are for that specific day, what lesson you're going to be learning, what assignments you're going to be getting into, and when those assignments are due. So please make sure you're checking first of all the news items each day. Sometimes a news item will be for a series of days. For instance, if you're doing a fairly major project, that project may take you the week. So I might say, from day 15 to day 20, this is what you're expected to do. So in those cases, you don't obviously have to log on day 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 because the news item is going to be the same. But as far as assignments and the due dates and things like that, you've already looked at the assignment tracking sheet, so make sure that you have that in front of you and that you're always kind of keeping aware on when assignments are going to be due, as well as when assignments are going to be assigned. So they're in the news items and they're also going to be on your assignment tracking sheet, so there's no real reason that you shouldn't be kept in the loop. As far as kind of the regular day-to-day thing, when an assignment is assigned, I will always post a news item at midnight, so the beginning of the day, 12 a.m. That's when news items will be posted. That's also when assignments will be open and available for you, and lessons will be open and available for you. That's also when drop boxes for those specific lessons and those specific assignments will be open. So make sure you're keeping track of that. For instance, an assignment that should take you one day, the way it's kind of set up is I give you that assignment. Let's say I give you an assignment on Tuesday. That assignment, that news item, will be posted Tuesday at 12 o'clock a.m. That assignment will be due 48 hours later. So a one-day assignment, you have 48 hours at 12 o'clock midnight on Tuesday. It's assigned. It will be due Wednesday night at 11:59. So you have 47 hours and 59 minutes basically to complete an assignment. A major assignment, however, if it's supposed to take you 5 days, obviously I will give you those 5 days plus one to get that assignment into the drop boxes. Please, however, do not push it past that date. Those drop boxes are set to close as soon as the assignment's due or as soon as the due date comes up. So make sure you're not pushing those due dates. The answer that I'll have to give you, unfortunately, will be no. You're well aware of when assignments are coming up. If there's something that comes up, obviously communicate with me, but please try to not do that at 11:58 saying I couldn't do it, I had a big soccer practice. That's not an excuse. You guys have 48 hours, so work within your means. But if there's something that comes up, an emergency situation, just keep me in the loop, and we can always be flexible with those. But as a regular thing, those drop boxes, those due dates are going to be set. As far as when my office hours are, I'm a regular teacher in a regular classroom for 2 classes a day. This will be my 3rd class. My office hours for you guys will be from 12:05 to 1:20. So that's my 75-minute block that is meant for you guys within my schedule. So that's when I'll be checking emails, that's when I'll be marking assignments, that's when I'll be updating things that need to be updating. So if there's a time that you want to set aside and that works for you, that's when I'll always be available. That being said, if you have a question at another time, don't feel like you can't ask that question. Send me an email, send me a page whenever you're working, and I'll just get back to you as soon as I'm logged on and I'm checking my email. There may be times throughout the day that I'm also checking outside of my office hours. I'm not saying I'll never check it besides 12:05 to 1:20, but that's when I'm scheduled to be with you guys. The other way, if you have a question that's more urgent and more pressing, you can ask it of your peers. Within the discussion, if you look at the discussion tab, you'll see I've set up a folder there called the help forum. This is where you can post generic questions that other students might have. If you've got a question about a specific assignment and you don't understand how a question works, that's where you can ask those in the help forum. I'll be checking the help forum frequently too, to make sure that if there's a question that your peers can't answer, that I can answer it there. But if there's a question that's kind of attaining to majority of the classmates, that's where I'm going to answer that question. So if you email me a specific question, you might just want to expect that I'll be answering them within the discussion forum or the help forum, if it's something that's going to apply to more than just yourself. Okay, so if you email me a question, I don't email you directly back. Just make sure you're checking that help forum, because that's where I might be posting the answer for that. If you have a question that's kind of attaining to or pertaining to something more technical, that's going to be something that you're going to send to the help desk. Don't ask me to help you with computer glitches and issues like that. I will help you with content if you've got content questions and things like that, and questions about due dates and things like that, and course related things. But if you've got a question about a specific program or a specific glitch in your computer, please forward those to the help desk. They're the ones that are being paid the big bucks. They're around almost 24/7. You should be able to reach somebody there, and you can see that on the on your home page of the D2L, so you can forward those questions to them. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is the actual summative mark. The way this course is broken down is I give you 70% for the day-to-day routines. So 70% is your term mark. The 30%, the way that's going to work is it's going to be a breakdown of 4 summative assignments. At the end of your first 4 units, you're going to be creating a different assignment for each unit. Each one of those assignments are going to be worth 5% of your final mark. Okay, so each one of those assignments will come together as 20%. At the end of the course, you're going to be creating a 5th assignment, which is going to be your ISP, your independent study project, which will make up the other 10% for a combined total of 30%. So yes, there is no final exam for this course. Okay. The other thing that you should know is there will not be tests at the end of each unit. So there's not going to be any major tests, and there will not be any final exam. As far as what your summative assignment is going to be, we'll get into that in I'll do another little lesson on how you're going to be creating something within Wix. But long and short of it, you're going to be creating a Wix webpage strictly based around travel and tourism. And then each one of the major assignments, so those first 4 unit summative assignments and the last ISP, are going to make up 5 different web pages within your Wix page. So I hope this has kind of cleared up some things for you as you're moving forward. When you go to the next video, you'll see that I've created a video about how to set up your folders within your own My Documents. Please go through that and set up your folders properly and appropriately, so that as we're moving forward, you're going to have several assignments that you're going to be submitting this semester, so it's good to stay organized. Okay, thank you very much.